Hello, hello, all you lovely people out there. Welcome, welcome to Tales of the Abyss. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day. We are here in Burke End. And these are some elderly people that are geniuses. And Guy is asking him, for some help. So he's like, we'll leave it to Iemon in Sheridan. They have kind of a rivalry with the other scientists. And it's pretty funny, a guy, knows that, so he's taking advantage of it. Sort of pitting them against each other. So we need a device that can read the, cell particles that are coming from the, trees that are holding all the land up. Boy, poor Mew must have a headache after all that. And that treasure chest was not worth it. But anyway, I want to welcome everybody back to the game. Hope you're enjoying the Japanese version. I prefer it, to be honest. But there's going to be quite a bit of dialogue in the beginning of this episode, so I'm going to gloss over a lot of it. But I will show step by step, where we need to go and what needs to be done if you're using this as a walkthrough or a playthrough. So he works for Fabiru, family. And we had a long conversation there. And another conversation here. And we're going to jump to Dart. We're kind of talking to the scientists, trying to figure out, what we can do. And while we're here in Dart, we're going to stop by and see Anis' parents. Her papa and mama. I love the big stuffed animal in the corner there. It is creepy, but it's cool at the same time. And then she's got the one on her back too. So a lot of walking around here in Dart. And we're going to pick up Eon, since he can open the doors. Guy is going to explain what's going on. It's kind of funny, Jade gets into this thing with complicated explanations. Guy will be explaining for us. And back, and now we're heading out of, no, not back, but we're heading out of Dart here. And with Eon in tow, but... Oh, Arietta's back! I told her you were looking for her. But we were trying to avoid her, actually. So, yeah. So that's why Anis is upset. Oh boy, here we go again. Kind of feel sorry for Arietta. I don't know, she's a villain. But, yeah. It's kind of not her fault, in a way. My goodness. Defending Eon. Fortunately, she listens to Ion-sama. Yeah, I guess because she's kind of a kid. Her choices aren't the best. I'm leaving this scene in, as we're leaving Dart because it's very important to the story. Particularly Guy. He's going to have a backflash here of something similar that happened to him as what just happened to Anis's mother there. So he's remembering that one moment that he has, like a little bit of vague memories, or lost memories, I guess. So we'll put Pamela back in bed, and we're back in Dart here. Instead of leaving, we had to go back because of the injured, and then we need to head to the main room here where Guy is hanging out with Jade, and he's going to kind of explain what he remembers. It's a pretty long scene, but I'm going to put in the key moments. And this is Guy's backflash when he lived in Hodo, which was completely destroyed in the war. And that's his sister having him hide in the fireplace. No mercy even for the children and the women. So his sister was, killed right before his eyes. In slow motion. For dramatic effect, of course. As well as the maids. They didn't really show it there, but there were some maids in his household. And his sister and all of them were trying to, hide him. And so all the girls, the corpses sort of fell on top of him. So, said, he woke up and he was under the dead bodies of, the maids and his sister. And so that trauma is what, makes him afraid of women. If you know from the beginning of the game, that's where his fear of women come from, is, he was traumatized by all the women that were protecting him at the time, as he was one of the few survivors. He was a child then, so of course, it would be a traumatic experience for him. That's what Luke is saying. And of course the girls didn't realize that's where it came from, and they were kind of making fun of him. So now they're all apologizing. All the girls were kind of making fun of him, but it's actually kind of a serious thing that happened to him, so they apologized. Okay, there was more conversation, and now we're back in Burke End with the elderly people. They're actually working together, although they're actually kind of, rivalry working together, trying to outdo each other, I guess I should say. So I've been traveling around the map quite a bit, but these are the story steps to take. It's just there's a bunch of story dialogue going on. And I needed to cut out quite a bit of it, or else it would have been just an episode of dialogue and nothing else. So we heard there's another passage ring at Tartar Valley. So if you remember, that's where Luke and Tyr first started. This is where we started our adventure, in Tartar Valley, and we're running out of land masses. There's like less and less areas. There's that giant hole in the earth going down to the abyss. But we're headed over here. And when Dist, when he kidnapped Noelle, if you remember, he kidnapped her, he took the flight unit from the out of Yor, this flying machine, and so we can't actually fly in the sky, we can just sort of hover, unfortunately. So it works kind of like a boat. But we're heading to Tartar Valley now. So finally a dungeon. After all that, I think it took about an hour, almost an hour to get through all the dialogue and going back and forth across the map. Dialogue with Arietta and Anis's parents running around Dart. And where is it here? Derp. It's right there by the ship. Okay. So this is the place from the beginning of the game, if you'll recall, where Tyr and Luke sort of flew over to, and where our adventure started. But it's daytime now. So they're commenting on it. And it was night and it was dark at that time when they were both here, so they couldn't have seen it. Anis is wondering why the two are here in the dark. That sounds suspicious. Luke, what are you doing with Tyr here in the dark? And he's trying to explain, but of course it's not going to work. Jade, of course, just having fun. Looks like you're having fun. I'm having fun. He just loves these dramatic conversations. It just sort of amuses him. Jade is such an interesting character. They all are in this game. I mean, probably why it's one of my favorite Tales games. The characters are just really interesting, really fleshed out. So this is where his adventure started. And she's apologizing again for what happened at that time. But he's like, how about now? You know, things are different now. At that time, you know, he didn't know anything. How about now? He's like, you know, guess he's still, since he's only 7 years old, you know, he still doesn't know a lot. It's like with a crazy woman and didn't know where I was going. But he's, you know, he's happy that it happened. He is grateful. You know, if it didn't happen, he would have known nothing about the world. Which is true. If it wasn't for the start of that, he wouldn't have, you know, found out the truth. He would have just stayed locked up in the castle forever, being ignorant of the world and his own identity as a replica. Get away from me, flying, creepy things. So this place does look quite different in the day. And if we just walk up here, they'll realize that there was a different path, which at night you weren't allowed to walk over when you first come here, but we're going to go over here and there's going to be a passage ring that we can access. And we're going to use the machine that the scientists made to take a reading of the cell particles and see what we can do to stop, this collapse of all the rings which Van has started. I'll go ahead and switch off Tyr's outfit here so we can do a couple fights. Gotta have some action in this episode, right? And it's time to do some beatdown with Anis. Yeah, just beating down with a stuffed animal. There's just nothing better in life. If you're ever stressed, or having a hard day, the best thing to do is just beat down enemies with Anis. It's the best way to relieve stress. She's also got some really good spells, too. So I'll go ahead and do a few battles, leaving the important dialogues, and we'll make our way to the passage ring. Luke, your clothes are dirty. He's just gonna... Of course, Anis is worried because it looks incredibly expensive. He's just gonna throw it away and get another one. It's like, I could sell it and get a bunch of money for it. Of course, Anis just loves her money. But Luke, being rich, doesn't really care. By the way, that conversation happened because I've got the outfit on Luke. When you change outfits in the game, they actually have some dialogue related to the outfits, which is pretty cool. And why do I have to fight these creepy, Mew-looking floating things? I like Tokunaga does this sort of Naruto running thing with his arms behind him. And then when Anis is casting a spell, she just stands on his back there. You can see I have Luke in a different outfit, and so that's what they were commenting on that other dialogue. Oh, it looks expensive. Of course, for Anis, that's important because all she loves is money. So we got a cutscene here where Anis has found a legendary illusionary butterfly worth about like 40,000 gold. It's like, watch out, you might fall if you're close to the edge. And of course there's earthquakes still happening. So 2 girls there. But Guy's gonna kind of push through his fear and help Anis up. So kind of an important scene where Guy is, trying to work through his fear. Fear of ladies. Worried about if he's okay. I touched it. That butterfly is just chilling. Trying to overcome his past and his fear of ladies. So he is worried about Anis. She was moved. And Guy is also very rich. He could have a lot of money too. Anytime you can make me your wife, Guy. I'll pass on that. I love it. It's like, whoever's rich, she'll just immediately, hey, I'll be your wife. Nothing over here? Really? And before I save, we're gonna have to fight some bats. Bats everywhere. Time for some beatdown. So this is my usual combo with Anis. Leading into Satsugeki Bukokin. And then Tokunaga's skill. But I already killed it. Well, that's a really fun combo to do. It does quite a few hits. Can't even see Luke. Giant teddy bear in the way. I guess it's a teddy thing, not a teddy bear. Teddy thing. This tree is definitely suspicious. And a useless panacea bottle. Let's see. So what do we have to say about Guy here real quick? So they're surprised that Guy was able to do that and help Anis. So maybe he's gonna be, healed. She's gotta thank Guy. So maybe, he'll get better. So Jade wants the girls to, sort of test him and see how Guy is. That was pretty cruel of Jade. They're like, oh, it doesn't work. He's still, afraid of girls. And Jade's like, yep, I guess it's too soon. Uh-oh. I love it. Jade just laughing when we have a surprise encounter. Yeah, the battle system in this game is just so much fun. Top notch. I could do this for hours. A lot of unique skills, and the phoneme, fields appearing adds a really unique strategy to the game. They did a really good job on the battle system in this game. But for now, I'll go ahead and switch Tyr back. Get Jade back in my party. And we can avoid the rest of the enemies. So gotta fly up to get that chest. I'll have to come back for that one. And we are approaching the door, I think, here. There's a monster there. Good old Mew's gonna have a chat. It's a Yuniserosu. An incredibly rare holy beast. I can get 5 million gold if we capture it. Of course, Anis is always thinking about the money. But it's a rare wild animal that can't be, kept in, like kept in a zoo or something. And the Yuniserosu is kind of going wild right now. Kind of going crazy. Suffering is what you said. Mew said it was kind of suffering, and usually it's a peaceful creature. So, but for some reason it's being very vicious and violent. Eon just sort of walks away. So we're gonna have a boss fight here with this unicorn-looking thing. Wow, he's got a lot of HP. This is gonna be a long fight. So I'll probably go ahead and cut it short. But we'll do some highlights here. We'll do a beatdown first. Ooh, so awesome. The combo attacks. Okay, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Time for the beatdown. Take it to the face. Take some more. Smash. Sorry, I just love it. Such a great beatdown. Okay, so yeah, that was a pretty long fight. Took about three or 4 minutes. And kind of an interesting point to the story here. Usually this animal's not aggressive. So Tyr went ahead and healed him. If he wakes up, he's probably going to attack us again. Have Mew, talk to him. So I wonder how they translated that. Like, does Mew talk like that in the English version? Let me know. So Mew is saying that he you know, it hates the shoki, the miasma poison, and it, you know, caused him to go kind of aggressive and wild. But the Yuniserosu says that shoki is coming from tear, even though they're noticing there isn't any shoki anywhere around here, any of that poison. It's coming from tear when she breathes. So that's kind of an important plot point. So I left it in, as Eon does his job and opens the doors for us. Poor Eon, that's all he's good for, is door opener. Alrighty, we are in another of the passage ring areas. Truly love the way these are designed. Even though they're all similar, it's just a really cool design. But they all have unique puzzles, which we have to do here. We have to ring these tuning forks with a Mew. And those open the doors. Wow, what a great demonstration of how to do the puzzle. We have been going on for a while, but I'll see how far we can get into this dungeon here. May not be able to finish it, but I'll do as much as possible. The music here is kind of nice and peaceful too. So there's some wind going on, and we're unable to access the passage ring without turning off those purplish seals. So, let's see. Okay, the door's closed over here, so I'm gonna have to ring these things. But they're overlapping, so this will turn on the two sides and turn off the middle. So we'll do this one to light these three. Should be enough. So that's how to solve that puzzle. Pretty simple. Although they do get a little more complicated. Once again, you know, this game has really unique enemies. Like there's a jumping X. In the other place we had a jumping Y looking creature. Here it's like an X. But it gives a lot of variety, you know, to this Tales games. I feel like some of the newer ones, they just recycle all the enemies a bit too much. I mean, most RPGs, all the enemies are recycled, really. Just change the colors, change, you know, a slight look or something like that. But this one I found there's a lot of variety and keeps things quite fresh. So there's an item we can't get yet. Got a fly over there, hint hint. We'll have to come back here when we get one of Mew's abilities. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I'm always late on those. I don't see why people are so obsessed with spoilers, but whatever. Okay, so we moved that purple seal, turned it off, whatever you want to call it, disabled it. So there was where the wind was blowing in. And there's nothing there for the moment. That door's closed. A couple of these places have to be revisited later in the game as the plot points thicken, as the plot thickens, and the plot points thicken as well. Wait, do plot points even thicken? Okay, so we have a triple level puzzle where the sound will actually activate the ones below. Okay, so that turned those two on, plus the one in the center. I want to keep the center. Okay, that turned the off. That one on. Gonna have to do both of these to turn these on. And the two up here got turned off. So we're gonna have to not ring the center one here. Because if you do... Let me see. Oh, okay. It didn't actually affect the one in the center. Just the two sides. And gotta do this one. That'll turn the middle off. And if we do this one, it'll turn these two on. Hopefully it doesn't hit that bottom one. Okay, that was easier than I remember. Fairly easy puzzle. But if you make a mistake, it could be complicated because you have to fix what you did. So with the wind blowing through here, you can actually turn the wind on for that other one there, and it causes a diagonal wind to blow toward that chest. Hint, hint. Which you can use later. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching. I think this has gone on a little too long. I did want to finish this dungeon, but we'll go ahead and finish it in the next episode. As it's starting to rain here pretty hard in Japan. You might be able to hear it through the mic, I don't know. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining me. I hope you really enjoyed this episode, and I hope you're enjoying the walkthrough of this game. It's a really, really great game. If you've never played it, highly recommend it. So in the next episode, we'll continue in this dungeon, and the story is going to get just more and more exciting as we go. So we'll see everyone in the next episode. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you had fun. じゃあ皆さん、また見ゅー。